What's up everybody and welcome to Apocalypse Gaming. Today we're going to look at the new Archer Commander coming in the next available update in Rise of Kingdom, Shajar El-Durr, Tree of Perils, and I also will give you my feedback on where to use her, primary or secondary, and why. Are you ready? Let's go! What's up guys? Please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you like Rise of Kingdom contents. Let's get into it. She is here and officially she's an archer, versatility, and skill commander. Looks pretty cool. I really think she's going to bring a lot of boom boom to Rise of Kingdom. Let's look at that first skill. Skill number 1. Tree of Life, and this one splits into two options. The first option, if you're gonna use her as a primary commander, she gonna deals direct damage 2800, which is to date the biggest ever we've seen in Rise of Kingdom. And if she's serving as a secondary commander, you get mighty heal factor for 2000 and march speed reduction 50%. And it says at the bottom here some explanation on the heal strength. A skill heal strength is equal to how many units it is capable of healing, not how many it actually healed when used. Also sees down true damage, which is a little bit the thing that confuses a lot of people. True damage actually available in other games if you're familiar with it. It's pretty much, it doesn't take into account any attack or defense, regardless of how much attack the attacker has and how much defense the defender had. It doesn't matter, it will still deal the exact amount of damage it was supposed to. Regardless of how many attack and how many defense, it doesn't change. So this is the first skill. And when we look at the second skill, Strengths of the Sultana, and I think it's absolutely boom skill, 35% health bonus, yes, 35%, and 20% march speed bonus. And then we have Dew of Devotion. If this commander is in a field troop, and clarifying, field troop mean not rallied or a garrison, their troops take 10% less normal damage. Whenever their troop uses an active skill, it mighty heals up to 3 nearby allied or friendly troops, including the commander's troops, for a large portion of their slightly wounded unit's healing factor 500, which is pretty good. Everything seems really good. Braving the Danger. This commander troops take 20% less damage while on the map. While this commander troop is on the map, whenever it reduced to 60% units remaining, it will be mighty healed for a large portion of its slightly wounded unit. Healing factor 5000. And for the next 8 seconds, their troops lose 40% attack, but in the same time, take 40% less damage. And there is a small thing mentioned here exactly to like Constantine. This skill can trigger once per hour, cooldown reset immediately if this commander enters your city. And then the expertise, whenever this commander troop heals a troop for the next 3 seconds, the healed troop gain 10% defense and deals 20% more dormant damage, which is really goes in hand with the skill above, because you lose 40% attack in the skill above. Well, in that expertise, you gain 10% defense and 20% more normal damage, which is pretty good. The skills overall is really good. The commander seemed to be bringing a lot of exciting things to the game, like true damage. You need to understand new things when it comes out. The other thing, guys, is the conversation about primary or secondary. Let's go back to the first skill. This is where the decision has to be made. If you use her primary, you're going to be dealing 2800 direct damage. And if you use her secondary, you're gonna lose the direct damage and you're gonna gain 2000% healing factor plus 50% march speed reduction for 3 seconds. And also sees whenever this commander heals a target, they also deal 80%. I think 80% from the 2000 is around, I can't remember the number exactly, but based on the I think it was something around 1,600 true damage, but we're gonna have to fine tune these things. But this is it. You either give up direct damage 2,800, you know what I mean? And take the 80% true damage with 50% march speed. But guys, this is where people want to do it. People say use her secondary. But let me introduce you to a different thinking. What if we take her primary and pair her with YSG? You're gonna tell me why YSG? Well, let's get into it a little bit deeper. Why YSG? Let me tell you a couple of things. First of all, guys, if we introduce YSG as a secondary commander to Shajar El-Durr, we're introducing 50% more skill damage, plus 12% more skill damage from the museum. Plus, we can add 5% more skill damage by using Twilight Fall City Skin, and 5% more damage from Ottoman Civilization, plus 5% more skill damage from Wedge Formation. And as well, I noticed that El-Durr has a very similar talent tree to YSG, Skill, and Archer. And what we learned in this specific talent tree, that we can gain 3% skill damage from the skill side, the blue skill, Tactical Masteries, and we also can gain 8% more skill damage from Venomous Sting, which bring the overall total for this skill damage to 88%. So we can boost her direct damage, which is the biggest ever released in the game, to the max amount of 88%. Do you know what is the total direct damage? From 2,800, guys, we're gonna be jumping to 5,264 direct damage. Does not include any armaments. I just took the basic things. YSG 50%, plus 12% skill damage bonus from the museum, Twilight Falls 5%, Civilization 5%, with Ottoman, Witch Formation 5%, Talent Tree 11%, gives us 88% skill damage bonus, which make El-Durr able to deal direct damage factor 5,264, which I think is incredible. And the other thing, the museum buff also gives YSG defense, which is one thing she also lacks. So you're gonna get 20% defense, 35% archer health from El-Durr, plus we're gonna be able to maximize the amount of skill damage we can dish out by this commander. Personally, I know we're gonna have some people thinking secondary will be better, especially with the new wording for the true damage. You don't know how it's exactly gonna look like, but I personally feel going with YSG will boost the amount of stats for the direct damage to insane heights. We're gonna be dealing new amount of damage that we never seen any other commander was able of doing. 88% more skill damage will make the 2,800 skill direct damage goes all the way up to 5,264. And I really think this going to be huge on the open field. So especially the rage cost only 1,000, it's gonna be pop. So personally, I am going more towards, on my setup and my commanders, I feel like I'm gonna take more advantage of her being primary with YSG secondary, boosting the insane amount of skill damage we can get out of this commander, and at the same time, YSG with the AoE and damage, plus here also was the direct damage, and we have extra healing, bonus health, damage reduction, and defense, which makes the whole thing sound a lot better for me. Let me know in the comments, guys. It's gonna be the discussion for the next couple of days. And here it is. I hope that helped you decide whether you want to go with the team they're gonna use secondary, or you want to stick with the team they're gonna do a primary. I personally think maxing the amount of damage reduction on the open field going to bring me insane amount of boom in the reports, and the reports will speak louder than anything. Then when it comes out, we'll wait and see. But bringing YSG into the picture behind her will make her insane. I honestly cannot wait to see the final amount of skill damage bonus I can gain on this marsh by using El-Durr with YSG together. So far, I am able to get 88%. And I didn't use any armaments or anything, just no inscription, just the basic things that I listed. So let's see how much more we can boost that. And please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you like Rise of Kingdom content. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you next time. You know what we're doing now? Yep, come closer. Boom, boom, baby. Let's go. And I'll catch you next time.